These these right-wing conservative bigots are an absolute cancer on our society.
So I was in the Seattle airport a couple of days ago, and I went to use the restroom, and I came across one. It didn't have like men or women signs, and I saw a woman coming out. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's a woman's restroom. And this guy comes in, and I'm like, what the? And so I go back out, and I saw they have gender-neutral bathrooms in the freaking airport. I was pissed.
Yeah, I'll take things that never happened for 1,000, Alex. In fact, I hope for you that you just made up the story. Because this is what the entrance to the gender-neutral bathrooms at CTEC look like. And there's a sign right at the entrance. It's pretty sizable. And if you miss the sign at the entrance and can't read what it says, then you might need a chaperone while traveling. Oh, and there's even a detail that tells you that gender-specific bathrooms are this way and this way. But I also think it's important to focus on the fact that you end your video by saying that you were pissed about the fact that there are gender-neutral bathrooms. You were pissed about gender-neutral bathrooms? What part about it exactly makes you so mad? The acceptance, the kindness, the understanding. You do understand that you made a video where you made up a scenario that likely never happened to tell the world that the mere existence of others makes you angry. That the fact that there are spaces where people who exist differently than you can hang out makes you, to quote you, pissed. Nobody's bothering you, nobody's asking anything of you, and yet you're pissed. In fact, the Seattle airport has created spaces where people who have no problem coexisting can coexist, and other spaces where bigots who demand the world to conform to their standards can go dump out the vile content of their entrails. And yet you remain upset because you couldn't even read a sign in English that spelled all of that out. So maybe, just maybe, your traveling plans should be as limited as your mind, and you should just stay home.
So we could talk about how she was incapable of reading a rather large sign while walking into the bathroom. We could talk about how there are bathrooms to suit her bigotry in the same airport, and she could easily go use one of those. We could talk about all of that, but it's the last part that I want to talk about. It's the I was pissed that there were gender neutral bathrooms. This mindset, this thought process, stems from a mindset on the conservative right that men are going to dress up as women and go into women's bathrooms and assault men. Something that, to the best of my knowledge, from all of the reading that I've done, is so damn infrequent it's not even a blip on the radar. But that right there, that thought process, that stems from a right-wing conservative thought process that says that people are going into the bathrooms with sexual thoughts. When you boil all of this down to brass tacks, that's what you find at the end of this. Conservatives have sexual thoughts about everybody everywhere, right? They're thinking that people are going into the bathroom thinking sexual thoughts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My wife just went into that bathroom. Somebody in there is thinking about having sex with her. No. People are going into bathrooms to use the bathroom, to relieve themselves, to wash their hands, to check their hair, their outfit. It's only you goddamn freaks that constantly think about sex when it comes to bathrooms or children or whatever else scenario it is that you guys figure out a way to bring your mind back to a sexual thought process. It is grotesque. It's inhumane. You fucking people are the problem. And just learn how to read. Go down the concourse a little bit further to the bathrooms that are going to suit your bigotry, and then there's no problem. And when you get home, make sure that you declare this bathroom yours and this bathroom your husband's, so that you have no gender neutral bathrooms in your own home. Fucking imbeciles.